Welcome back to another episode on the J.A.T side. I'm your host, Jalen Austin Taylor, and today is Thursday, April 18th, and I'm excited to be back with another episode for you guys. And I know it's been a while since you guys seen my face, but I'm back today. Few announcements before we get into, or really a couple announcements before we get into today's episode. There's no Throwback Thursday for today because I'm giving you guys a video episode. There will be Throwback Thursday next week, however, and I'm still working on getting at least 2 special guests on this month, and be on the lookout for that. It's coming very soon. I know y'all don't see the work that I'm putting in behind the scenes, but we're putting in work. We're just trying to get our schedule conflicts, and everything like that, making sure that that's all smooth and what I'm saying, figure it out. Anyway, that's not for you guys to worry about. That's for me to worry about. And just know it's coming. Just stay tuned, all right? But anyway, let's get right into today's episode. As y'all can tell by the title, today's episode is going to be about betting. And specifically to stop betting. Now, this message is aimed at specifically high schoolers, college students really too, but mostly high schoolers that participate in betting on a regular basis and like habitually bet. Because there's this one kid in my first period class who like specifically has like really like, it's been in my heart to talk about this for the last couple of days because I just can't sit by and I can't sit by and just like let it happen anymore because and not say something at least. I've tried to help the kid too, but he doesn't seem to want to take my advice, even though I've pushed it like really hard on him. It's not seeming to work. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just try to help everybody who will listen. So my take on this, I know there's a lot of people recently, specifically high school students, who have recently like started betting, whether it's on Prize Picks or Underdog Fantasy. I don't even know how many betting apps there is, but I know the number is only going up because this industry is continuing to rise. Actually, a couple of days ago, there was an NBA player who actually just got banned for life from the NBA, meaning that he cannot ever play in an NBA game again. His whole career is diminished in the NBA. So if he wants to continue his professional basketball career, it's going to have to be in some other league, but it won't be in the NBA. For those of you who know the story of J.A.T Porter, it the story had been around the world for a couple of months, but recently the NBA made their final decision, which was to ban him for life. And apparently, he was betting on his own team's games, meaning that he was specifically doing things to basically win himself money. And he was also helping other people out, I guess, at the same time, telling them what to bet on. And it was just kind of like crazy. The whole scandal as a whole. There's actually been another issue in the sports world, not in the NBA, but in the MLB. Shohei Ohtani, one of the MLB's brightest stars, his former interpreter, stole over $15 million and used that money to gamble from Shohei Ohtani. So there was a whole investigation about that. People thought Shohei Ohtani was the one who was using the money to bet, and that he was just like plotting on his interpreter or whatever. But investigations found that it was actually his interpreter who took the money and stole it for his personal betting use. So betting has been always, I feel like, a issue that has not been resolved, but recently it just feels like it's even more so unsolved, and now it's starting to spread to the younger generation. So when we see all of these betting industries on commercials and all this other stuff, I feel like it's only motivating kids to bet even more. And I remember when I was like 12 or 13 years old, I was in Washington D.C. for a family trip, and my cousin who knew I watched sports, she had this like bet that she was gonna place, and she asked me for my input on it. And long story short, we put in about $25. We won $175 based off of my picks. So although that was a positive experience for me, I didn't put any money in. Although I received money, I have never betted, you know, and even that I didn't bet because that wasn't my money that I put in. All I did was give her my picks. She ended up winning. That was just a coincidence, in my opinion. Even though I do know sports, I still wouldn't bet because I just feel like you're putting money into something that you can't control. This is one of my biggest points for today. When you bet, you're putting money into something that you cannot control. Like, I feel like that's something that people don't understand. Betting in sports specifically is so unpredictable that people will kill themselves over bets that they lose because it's just like you can't do anything about it. So people will stress over something that they can't control. And I feel like stress, we already have to deal with enough of it, right? With our daily lives. Why add more stress to yourself because you want to bet on something that you can't control? I just feel like that's immature, that's not wise, and it's also not smart because when you bet on anything in sports, I don't care what league, I don't care what sport, you can't control what happens. You have to literally just hope and pray, really, that your bet works out. And even in the Bible, it's biblical that like getting stuff by like things not a virtue, it's not a good thing. And betting, you didn't work for that. When you bet money, and even if you do win, right? That's not you working for that money. That's not you doing something positive to get that money, if you feel what I'm saying. Betting is more like a thing that people live and die off of when they get hooked. Like, and it's not a fun thing to be involved in. Like, it's really addictive. And I feel like if we don't put it into it now in our younger generation, in my generation, if we don't put it into kids in high school betting, then we're going to be in a situation in 10, 15 years that there's going to be a lot of people who are in debt because of gambling and betting. And it's an issue that some people don't see right now, but I see it I see it firsthand as a high school student every day. Like 25% at least of the conversations that I have with my friends on a daily basis now are about betting. So it's like something has to give, you know? And I know it's fun. I know it's, the popular right now thing, but like, guys, it's not worth it in the long run. I'm telling you. I don't mean to be like the party pooper or the guy who just is like, trying to always make the right decision, but betting is not something that is going to be of like high reward in the long run. And I'm telling you, if you bet for 10 years, the likelihood of you winning more than you lose is very, very low. A lot of people don't understand that though. They're just doing it because like whatever. Some even my closest friends, like they bet. And I don't support it, but I don't say anything about it. But it's about time that I said something about it. Because I feel like this is an issue that if you don't do anything about, it's just gonna get worse. So for those of you who are willing to listen to me, please listen to this message very closely. And at least if you don't stop betting, at least gamble safely. And if you're not 18 years old and you're betting, if you're not 21 and you're betting, like you're not even supposed to be betting. So like it's just like at the end of the day, bet at your own risk and please consider what I'm saying. If you don't do anything else, even if you don't stop betting, consider what I'm saying because I'm just like giving y'all my true opinion. I don't think that betting is worth it at all. Like, I know me even watching sports, right? Like, I think I would be a successful bettor, but I don't think it's worth it. That's why I don't bet. I could if I wanted to, but that's not what I want to put my money into. And I don't want to bet off of things that I don't feel like I earned. I don't want to earn money in a way that I don't feel like I really earned it. That's what I'm trying to say. But Lewis, I hope you find a way to listen to this, bro. And just know I want the best for you. I want the best for all my friends. But, you know, I just really don't, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want anything bad. I don't want bad things to happen to anybody that I'm around. So that's just why I made this. And like I said, if you don't do anything else, just please consider what I'm saying. And yeah. But that's all I have for you guys today. Hope you guys, were able to get some valuable information from this episode. If you know somebody who bets, if you know somebody, even if they're not a high school student, if you know anybody who bets, just please send them this message. I made it specifically for high school students, but it doesn't have to be limited to that. If you were impacted by this message and you felt what I was saying, you agree with what I was saying, or you resonate with what I'm saying, please share this message any way possible. But I love y'all. Until the next time, I'm your host, Jalen Austin Taylor, and I am out.